Welcome to another week of the Sports Writers on the Web. I'm Herald-Whig sports editor Donald O'Brien, alongside Blake Toppmeyer. Matt Shuckman, conspicuous by his absence, he is on vacation this week, so Shuck will be back with us next week. And he'll be back next week ready for some playoff football. Blake, how many playoff teams are we going to have to track on the Illinois side of the river?
Yeah, that is the big question coming into this week. We got 4 teams sitting at 4-4. First, we should probably go over who's in. Central Southeastern's in, Quincy Notre Dame's in, Brown County's in. Oh man, those are the three
and
that
we're all looking
are in.
At those three, we've got Central Southeastern and Brown County pretty much all ready to steer themselves of a playoff home game to start.
Correct.
QND more than likely will win, and if they can beat Waterloo this week, which they should, they'll be 7-2, and their power points are such that they're looking at pretty good for a first round home game.
Right. So then we're down to
let's go to the bubble.
Yeah, we got the 4-4-4s. Topping that list, Unity. They're sitting with 44 playoff points. The leader at all the 4-4 schools in the state has 45 playoff points. So if Unity wins, they're in. I think it's almost automatic. Unity wins, they're in. They lose, they're out. They play West Central this week. That's going to be a pretty difficult matchup. West Central 6-2. Unity got beat pretty bad last week by Carrollton, dealing with some injuries right now. But the good thing for them, if they win, they are in. Illini West is next on the list, 4-4. Got 36 playoff points, playing at Sherrard, another 4-4 this week. So Illini West is in that range of, okay, you win, you might need a little help, but you're probably, you got a chance. Pleasant Hill's next, 4-4, with 34 playoff points. They play against Jacksonville ISD this week. ISD is a team that's 1-7, so Pleasant Hill should win. The problem with them is they're sitting there with the 34 playoff points. They're going to need a lot of help to get in. And then last on the 4-4 list in our area is Quincy High School. They have 30 playoff points out of the 73 teams in the state of Illinois that are 4-4. That's any class. All 73 teams that are 4-4, Quincy High School ranks 70th out of those 73 teams in playoff points. So Blue Devils play on the road at Jerseyville this Friday. Jerseyville's 2-6, so it's a game I think Quincy High should win. Jerseyville's also 4A, Quincy High 7A, so you really like Quincy High in this matchup, but I don't think it's going to matter. I mean, when you rank that far down on the list in playoff points coming this week, I don't think you can get enough help to move up far enough that you need to on the list.
So you've got the area coming out with 4 teams.
I think so, yes. Because I think West Central is going to beat Unity.
You've got Illini West,
and I think Illini West will beat Sherrard. And I think it's not an automatic if they win that they're in, but I think they're in that playoff point range. Whereas as long as some of their previous opponents win this week, and they don't get shut out as far as playoff points this week, I think they should be okay. So yeah, I have us at 4 Illinois teams.
It's interesting. People were like, "Well, they won the state championship. Shouldn't they be in if they're even close?" Well, it doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Past results of past years have nothing to do with what goes on this year.
Right.
We're looking at football this weekend. You'll be on the road. You'll be going over to Springfield, Missouri for the Palmyra Lady Panther softball team. 5th time in 6 years they've made it to the state tournament. What are their prospects for a state championship?
Well, you have to like their chances in the semifinals just based off records only. Palmyra comes in 27-2. They haven't lost to any Class 2 schools this year. Both their losses come to bigger schools. They're playing East Carter in the semifinals, a team I believe that has 10 losses this season. So based off that alone, you should like Palmyra to get into the championship. If that does happen, then the championship game on Saturday, you're going to be seeing either Pleasant Hope or Penny being the team that beat Highland in the quarterfinals last week. Probably going to see Pleasant Hope. Pleasant Hope is undefeated up to this point in the season. They have the best offense out of the 4 teams that are going to be down in Springfield. Something I'm going to be writing about in Thursday's paper is Palmyra has a much improved offense over some of the years past. So we'll see how that plays out. Normally, when you get to this state Final Four in softball, it's always about, well, whoever has the best pitcher wins. I'm sure pitching is going to play a big role again this season, but Pleasant Hope and Palmyra are 2 teams that can, in many times this year have piled up a lot of runs. So it should be interesting if they do indeed meet in the championship to see how the game shapes up. Is it going to be a pitcher's duel like we normally expect in state title games, or will we see, the winner score 5-6 runs?
Blake will be there all weekend long. We'll have more Missouri high school football this weekend in the Herald-Whig as well. Big preview of Thursday, feature on Hannibal's Logan Hicks. We'll delve really into the Missouri football playoff structure next weekend when we get the big Shuck Daddy back in the house. For Blake Toppmeyer, I'm Don O'Brien. We'll see you again next week on the Sports Writers on the Web.